Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Tale of Immortal. My name is Wilfred. So this is on Steam, early access, a Chinese RPG, very different from a Western role-playing game. And I'd like to highlight a little bit more differences as I progress further into this game. And in this episode, I'd like to take you to the cultivation, bringing the character to the next level. And this time around, I can do much better job because in the previous round when I did it on Chinese, I didn't really like understand all the mechanism because reading traditional Chinese or even reading the simplified Chinese is not that straightforward for me. And after that, they come up with the traditional patch, Chinese patch, which I kind of like get a little bit better. But the English one is the one that I can relate the best. So I've decided to replay the character again this time around. I'm going to do a slightly better job. So this is the character I'm playing right now. So I'm going to take this character to cultivation into the foundation level from the refining chi, which is the very basic level in the foundation. And then after that, I'd like to talk a little bit about the PvP aspect of it because I think that this game is really interesting in a simulated PvP. Now, this is not an online game, so there's no player versus player, but then it does have sufficient number of NPC that really upsets you sometimes, that make you feel that you are in a PvP environment. And I'll talk a little bit about that in just a bit because this is why this game is so interesting, is you get hooked onto this character that you're building. You're hooked onto the environment, and you always think that there's something else that you should do, how to improve yourself and so on, right? So now, unlike the Western game whereby you get XP, you level up into like level 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, 200 or what have you, Chinese RPG in this game doesn't work like that. There's a lot of games in Steam, Chinese kind of like a flavor to it. It's to do with cultivation. So you cultivate. It doesn't matter how many monsters you kill. It doesn't guarantee you to the next tier of your cultivation. So in order to reach that, of course, first of all, you need to cultivate and get the kind of like chi in you, which is like that. But then you also need a breakthrough. Like each time round, you need a breakthrough to the next level. So for example, I've within the chi refining, there is a middle and there's a late as well. So you need to take a elixir, a pill, in order to break through to the next level. And then after that, you've got another breakthrough here whereby you take a refining pill to level 2 to break through to another level. And then after that, you get to the next stage. Very much in line with a lot of Chinese novel as well. If you read the Chinese traditional wuxi kind of like martial arts Chinese novel, is the concept is very much the same, whereby you have to either read books and take some elixir, meet the right kind of like master to learn all these things to bring you to the next level. Now, of course, you have to be built in with certain attribute as well, but it's unlike a lot of Western RPG in that sense. To break through the next level to foundation, foundation is the one that I can rewrite destiny as well. So now all my character, all the character has destiny. So destiny that you can you're born with, and that become like we don't have classes up front, but you can pick the attribute as well as the destiny right up front. So my character is pretty high in charisma, as you see. I can't really see where is a charisma here. Maybe just too many stats here so far, but the charisma is this character has a stunning beauty, so it's 900 charisma. Then we also have she also have the plus to sword and fire root as well, meaning that any firepower and sword, because in order to read certain manual to acquire the ability or power, you have got to be able to so-called kind of like read the manual and do certain things. And that in order to read the manual, you have to have a base level. So in the Western world, it's like you must have this attribute in order to equip this equipment. For this Chinese RPG, is that you must have a certain kind of like so-called the attribute in order to learn the manual, right? So she's a plus sword plus fire, and the only survivor also give her martial art, all of them plus plus 100 plus 10, but then also add demonic by 100. Now righteous and demonic is very interesting. It does shape the character, and the decision that you make as well will drive whether you are more to the righteous side or demonic side. So unlike the West, whereby the D&D Dungeon and Dragon, you are being classified as natural evil or good or whatever upfront. I believe there's a certain kind of nurturing going on as well. The decision that you bring through, are you sparing the life of others as well? And I'll talk a little bit about that aspect as well, because I've joined a set whereby it's more demonic in nature, and they are very upset. Say for example, if I do good deeds, so if I spare people's life, if I make decisions whereby it's for the good of people, I'm being like penalized by doing that. And you have to work through the rank as well in order to reach certain set, and you can only join one clan at one time. So that's get it really interesting. I'm actually looking at my character right now. I'm a bit undecided if I should basically switch to the righteous side for my set, but that is a decision for another day, not this video. Now I need a breakthrough. The breakthrough is through the material that you'll see in just a bit. The material that require breakthrough are as such, and there are three options for breakthrough, right? There's the mortal, the earth, as well as the heaven. Now of course, the higher the breakthrough is, the more resources required as well, and I'm going for heaven foundation, because I've done the earth one, which is a mid tier between the two, and I kind of regret it because the character is not strong, and sometimes I do face difficulties later on, and I may as well do it right, because there's no turning back. Whatever decision you make, you could you can basically get it. For the Heaven Foundation, which is the one that you see here in just a bit, there's a Heaven Foundation. There are three methods you can go for. You can go for Heaven, Earth, or Mortal. So for the Heaven one, you require a little bit more material. I require the fire chi, water chi, earth chi, wood chi, lightning chi, and water chi. Not the water, the wind chi. I got 2 water, by the way. And then I also require some kind of boss specific farming items like the scarlet fruit, the jade dragon frost, as well as a fire jade. Now with that, I should be able to get to the next stage. But just for tips for you all, how to get those material, there are 2 ways. First of all, you have to identify where are those places that you can farm those material, right? So there's Storm Veil, that's for wind. You have the fire from the blazing land. You have the this is water, Arctic field. You have the quicksand, which is earth. You have lightning land, which is on the lightning as well. So I presume those are the key one. I believe those are the key one that we have that you can farm those items. I'm just double checking all the area as well, because it's very interesting, this game. You have to explore the town and make sure that you get all the places. Now occasionally you will see that here has some event, so there may be an ancient beast that spawn in one of those locations, and now what you need to do, the beast will only be there for 2 months, so you have to get there really fast to down the beast, and have the beast would definitely drop the corresponding chi. So if it's a fire beast, it will drop a fire chi 100%, I believe. But this material, which is boss drop, it really depends on the chance itself. My suggestion to you, and if you are someone who like to do it faster, is to save the game before you face the beast, and if it doesn't drop one of these boss items, reload the game again. No shame in it. I mean, it's part of the mechanism. You could do that and just get it a bit faster, or you say, okay, that's fine, I just continue playing the game, and then the next boss that spawn, and you go after that again. But it just take a little bit longer time, that's all. And also farming for this kind of chi, you don't have to go and do bosses all the time. You could go to the respective area, like the blazing land and what have you. Inside, they will have a lot of monsters that drop the shard. So the shard can be combined into a chi. So for example, if you have 100 shard for the fire chi, you can combine that into one single fire chi. Right now, so I hope that gives you an idea of what that is, and now is to rewrite the destiny. So to do that, I just need to break through, and then break through. Like I said, there are three options: the foundation option, the Immortal option, Earth option, and Heaven option. I'm going to go for Heaven right now because I've got all the necessary material. If you go for the Earth one, you don't need three of them. You just need I believe one of them, and then the Chi as well. You don't need all six of them. You just need like I think three of them. What have you? The easiest one, of course, is the Immortal foundation, whereby you just need one of each. So you just need to do one boss, and that's it. You can move on to the next stage. But I would like to just do a proper job this time compared to the last playthrough I have. So that's it. I have a certain rate of success there. I hope I'll get it. If not, just reload the game, right? Yeah. So this is something I haven't seen before. There's a trial. I need to struggle to death. So that's one way, or you can say that I don't want to do this. You can just quit the game, and then reload again. And I think I would just dodge lightning until the time is up. Or maybe I just try to dodge lightning. Right? I don't dodge for how long. I don't know. This is a bit silly. I didn't expect it to fail. But it seems I lost all the material. And it's really not a pleasant experience for losing the material. So I managed to dodge it. Yeah. So basically, it fails. Well, actually, it didn't fail. But okay, it didn't fail, so it's good. It's just that I need to do a little bit more extra. I didn't have to do that previously. So that's good. Now that I have to rewrite my destiny, I can have like each of my attack has a chance to shoot a fireball at a random enemy. So that is good. In battle, you can summon a spiritual sword to automatically attack the enemy within range, dealing damage. This damage element matches your highest spiritual, blah 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 blah. If you don't have enough energy, the sword won't move. Can be upgraded. You can also so that is one. Another one is trade off. The other cultivator may hate you after you interact with them, and you have a lower chance of encountering a monster. I quite like this one though. It's easier for other cultivators to like you, because I found that making enemy in this game is really, really tough, because they tend to go and hurt you, and not. It's just not helpful. So, but I'm really kind of like I'm kind of really like, because fire burst is also very, very kind of interesting, because when I attack, I have a chance to shoot a fireball at a random enemy. That will help me to be stronger in a sense. But this one will help me build relationship easier with the people around me, and make my life a little bit easier. Some of this, I think, this is more like the ability or what have you that I think is going to take up my learning kind of like a skill slot as well. So I am not entirely sure whether I want to pick up these things or not. yeah, I mean, I don't really care whether I have a lower chance of encountering monster. I've already have a fleeting. No, I don't have a fleeting BOT. This is quite interesting because if I escape, then my opponent will like me better. But I think I'll go for irresistible. Irresistible, right? Because I find it very struggling to get people like me in this game. After your breakthrough, a feeling of invigoration fill your body. The chi you absorb seems to be changing your appearance and temperament. A big dog suddenly charges at you. You try to fend it off, but instead of attacking you, it licks your hand while wagging its tail. Lovely. So yeah, that is the thing that I've got as my destiny. I've added in, and my lifespan is increased by 40, which is good. And all the specs are being increased for quite a fair bit. Like even my vitality as well. So I am getting stronger, which is fantastic. And my next breakthrough is to a foundation. No, hang on. My next breakthrough is here, which is I require foundation peel 1, and after that another breakthrough here, and after that I need to have the chi condensation, which I need 4 of the following, which I'm pretty sure I need to farm for all these things, and then all these condensation elixir that I need to either make it, I believe. Yeah, I just need one of these guys. I need to make one of these guys. I think farming for this will be quite interesting. Now, so yeah, that conclude my my characters thing that I don't really see it here, but I see it in other places on what I can do. Now so that would give me, of course, more chance because I got more skill point now, and I can equip better passive. So skill point here is really about passive. It limits by the amount of however number of passive that you pick, of course, depending on the quality of a passive, because some of the passive are actually quite it consume more skill point. Like this one consume like 4, and this one consume like 12. So I have an additional 22 points. So is it 22? Yeah, 22 points. So that really gives me a lot of leeway into making my character a little bit stronger as well. And then so that is one thing really good about this whole level up or the cultivation, because now I can have more passive, and I do have quite a lot of books that I haven't read yet, the manual that will strengthen my my skill point allocation here. So that is really good. In terms of the in terms of the stats and so on, I think I'll go along with what I have here so far. And then the aspect is really about the as I promised you guys, it's really about the so-called making friends, because this is like a virtual PvP. Each one of these people, like this guy here that I kind of like get to like, there's a heart shape there because he can't respond positively to my talking or interaction. There's a backstory to it, and it's phenomenon. I have not seen any games with this level of so-called the NPC construct. As you see here, right, it gives you the whole kind of like a long story about the what they have done in the past, backstory. Some of them is like you can see a little bit of backstory as well, what they've done in the past and so on. There are some enemy that they try to revenge and so on. You can see a family as well, right? So some of them has a family, some of them don't. I think some of them could have a family as well. And so this one has 2 parents, and one of them died, and you have a sibling as well who died as well. Now, if in the event whereby you have bad blood with one of the character, like like a sibling, and you manage you kill the person, for example, this lady will go after you. They will chase you down to the end of the world to try to defeat you, or teach you a lesson. The parents may go after you as well. So that make it really interesting, because whatever decision you make, whatever things they do, you want to steal from them or stop them from stealing you, you have got to understand that there is consequences to what you do. Now you can also form bonding as well, like you can form a bond with the person. Now you can't really form a blood kind of like brother and sister, because I've already formed one. So I have my character has a sister. I think the sister, I can't remember where the sister is. I think it's this one here. It's being marked. There's a person who's my swan sister that is going to protect me, say, or I have to protect her as well when the time comes. And you can have like a swan parents and so on, kind of like a son or daughter as well, as the character get older. So that make it really interesting. Sometimes people just hate you. When you approach them, talk to them, they just don't want to talk to you. And I find that it makes it a lot harder as you progress as well. I love the PvP aspect of it. I love the fact that even as you take on quests like this type of quest, you help certain person to retrieve any there's some like, for example, you help this person to locate a monster and so on and so forth. Even after you've done that, they may take advantage of you and say that give me everything you have got or I'll kill you. Or sometimes they just want to kill you, because it's good that you do that deed. You are weakened and then they try to kill you, and after that you have decision to make whether you want to kill them or you want to just let them go and what have you. But either way, there is consequences on things that we do. Now, I talk about the set. I'm not sure whether I talked about set earlier on or not. But in this game, you can join some of these sets. I think I've joined this one. I have to see. So I think this is the one that I've joined. But before I get there, I just want to check the menu as well, because sometimes you do have really good menu that you want to get. Like this one is to have the better kind of like a stat that you can learn. So I with the increased power, I could actually use some of these things to see whether it will do better damage and so on and so forth. So I will have to go through this, and because now that I'm at that different tier, I should really upgrade all my ability. So I have to think as well to see which ones to upgrade. And of course, when I pick up a power, I have to level up the power as well, because it's a new skill that I'm learning. The build itself is very varied. There's many combinations out there. There are many spells that's out there, and every 9 months, all these spell book become refreshed as well. So it is interesting because it kind of forces you to think through, get what you've got right now, and to continue doing a lot of like dailies and what have you, because all these are bounty to earn this currency called the Mayor's Discreet, to buy some of these like books and so on to learn. And then you can put it into your you can use some of the materials that you've got, like I think whether I can show it to you all or not. There's some material that allow you to, like all this like soul stone, right? This soul stone here are the one that can accelerate the learning of your skill, because the skill that you just learn will only start with level 1. Then after that you have to increase the level as well. Last but not the least, pay attention to your mood as well, because as you learn skill, your mood will go down. Just like study, when you study, you feel that you just don't feel like doing anything else. So there's something called interest that you can play around with, like the Heaven's Yin or the Chilling Jade or Flying Fish, to make your mood go up. Now bear in mind that not every items are relevant to you, because depending on your attribute and so on, you may not be interested in playing Chilling Jade or Flying Fish. So those best to just sell it off. I'll keep those things like this one here will increase your mood by 80%. 80 score. My words of advice is that do not let your mood, this is the mood, drop to below 50, because once you do that, you may earn an exhaustion kind of like destiny, whereby for the next 2 years or I don't know 3 months, you'll be exhausted. So you don't want that sometimes. And sometimes I do collect some of the negative ones as well, as I do random quests along the world. The great thing about this game is that you just don't know. It's a sandbox. You can't have the best outcome all the time, but you just have to deal with whatever come along. Just like just now, I failed to break through smoothly, so I have to dodge lightning rod and what have you in order to do a breakthrough. So, but that's fine. I mean, that's it is what it is. Lastly, I would like to portal to. I think this is the part. I can't quite remember which set I've joined. It's been a while. So because I opened quite a lot of them. So now this is the one that's interesting, right? I have joined the set whereby it's more demonic in nature, and I've made friends with quite a few people, and I continue to make friends with a lot of them and see how the thing goes. In this town setup, the currency is not the gold, which is the whatever this blue thing is, the crystal. crystal is a universal currency. In this particular set that I've joined as a member, you can only join one set at one time. You have the currency that is this is the one that you earn. It's through doing missions here. Like some of this mission will give you the set contribution. Now, set contribution is something that you earn through mission. You can also lose by doing things that's against the the set ideal. So in this set, right, it's demonic in nature. So like for example, as a demonic set, we draw a clear line between us and so-called righteous one. So I'm being officially warned that I should not keep doing good. So I have to balance, and I now I don't really know whether I should stay with this set or I should leave this set and join another set, because that could provide me with maybe more alignment to the character. But the good thing about all this set, of course, is back to the manual, because you could get some of this really good manual, right? This foundation 2, by the way, which is too high for me. But some of this really good material manual that you could buy, and after that, when you get what you want, then you can just leave, I think. So this is the foundation. So this is the one that I could. After I earn the amount of currency, I can buy some of these things, and I can make myself really powerful. This is the only reason why you want to do such thing. You can buy a lot of manual and so on. These are clan treasure. So these are things that you try to buy, and then after that you try to get as much as you can in this set, and you can leave the set as well. It doesn't have to stay with the set. If you've got all that you want, then you can join another set and get the item from there. Promotion wise is interesting. You started off with the initiate. Every time you want to get promoted or even join, right, you need to defeat like 3 rounds of opponent, and once you demonstrate that you have the ability to defeat them, then you get to a disciple kind of thing. Every year you're being paid certain kind of wages to stay with the set, so always good to join a set. And you can promote yourself there and try to duel with some of these disciples and earn your promotion there as well. So it's very interesting. There are things that you can buy as well, like I won't be surprised if some of these items could be used for my cultivation as well. I mean, that is the whole reason. But that is, like I said, that's not the only set that there are. Like, there are multiple sets there. So this is the Lu Shang Ying set. You can have other set like the San Xin Ming set and so on. Each set will offer different kind of like treasure that you have. So like I said, my advice: go to the manual, grab as many treasure as you want, especially the clan treasure as well. It's a treasure pavilion. Once you're done with it, you can just leave and join another set and find out what other treasure are there out there, and you can keep doing that as well. And once you find the right set, I don't know which one is right for you. It's a sandbox game. You can keep your promotion on. You can go all the way up into set leader if you want to. But currently you can't do that yet. You can have up to a Grand Elder. I mean, you can. I believe there is a part whereby I can see who's a set leader of this whole set. It is and it's kind of make it really, really interesting. So I hope they give you some idea. And the last but not the least, there's something called option as well. I can't really see the news here because I think all these there's an auction there. So sometimes when you say auction, please don't miss it. They'll tell you when the auction is going to be. Like, the last auction was 7 years 1 month, so now it's 8 years 4 days. So do travel to that city to go for auction. Auction is really funny because it is almost like a simulated kind of people interaction. Like, there are people who will be placing the bid and then to try to beat each other and try to talk to each other as well. Say that I'll get really angry with you if you try to outbid me, kind of thing. And I feel that there's a relationship game going on as well. But there are some really, really good items for you to sort of like buy and so on. So man, I mean, there's not a lot of action in this game in this video because I really want to show you the bits of it that I find it really interesting in this game, and I hope you get a better idea or how to do a cultivation to the next level, and what this game is really about, the relationship, getting the right skill, moving up your clan or the set, and to keep following up the main story as well. There's a main storyline that take you to the next bit of the adventure. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any question, do feel free to drop me a note here. I'll try my best to answer for you. Then happy cultivation. See you next time. Goodbye.